We're opening up this video with a tweet that was made back in June of 2021. Now, I don't know if this tweeter was being serious about it or if they were just being satirical when joking around about this entire thing, but take a look at this tweet from Las Vegas locally. Nobody understands the pain of being a Golden Knights fan. And this was kind of the turning point for a lot of people when they saw, okay, what the hell is this? Come on. This tweet could have been satirical, but there were some people that kind of felt like the Vegas Golden Knights fan base embodied this sort of idea that, hey, the Golden Knights, woe is me, sometimes you lose a little bit and that sucks. Man, we really hate it when we lose. Oh, it hurts being a Vegas Golden Knights fan. And then you realize that the Golden Knights made the third round in 3 of the 4 years that they have existed, and they made the Stanley Cup Finals, and they had all the success and whatnot, which is why Dom from The Athletic said that it's objectively funny what's happening with the Vegas Golden Knights this season. And cue the Golden Knights fans who are going out there in the comment section of this video and in the comment section of that tweet saying things like, oh, come on, how can you say that? Like, the anti-Vegas bias is so real. Look at this tweet from Dom, man. And it's kind of a meme at this point, but you know what? We gotta go out there and talk about Vegas once again because we made a video 2 days ago going over their goaltending situation and the controversies and concerns that were being brought up in those discussions. We talked about Robin Lehner, we talked about Logan Thompson, we talked about them losing games. Well, yesterday things got even worse because the Vegas Golden Knights played off against the New Jersey Devils, and in fact, they played against one of the goaltenders that I think a lot of people can say they didn't really think would suit up for the NHL again. They played against Andrew Hammond. Hammond was acquired by Montreal earlier this season, and they played him because they had all these injuries to their goaltenders, but once those goaltenders came back, the Canadiens traded Hammond over to the Devils, where he played against the Vegas Golden Knights yesterday, and the Golden Knights lost 3-2 in regulation. Now, the one goal that Vegas scored that was on the 6-on-5 empty net situation, that was towards the end of the game, but that means that the Vegas Golden Knights only scored one 5v5 goal in 60 minutes of play against a New Jersey team that isn't great, and against Andrew Hammond of all goaltenders. Furthermore, you had yourselves the Robin Lehner special. We said in the previous video, hey, he took a leave of absence from the team because one of his family members died, so it's very unfortunate to see that, but hopefully Robin Lehner is able to come back in a proper headspace and allow himself to properly heal and do his job as a hockey goaltender in the best way possible. But you remember that exercise that I told you to do from the last video? Go over onto the Vegas Golden Knights Instagram page and find the posts they make on nights where they lost. You can go over onto the Vegas page now and see that the exact same litmus test is right there, and it kind of feels exactly the same way, even from when before the team announced that Lehner had to take that leave of absence. Now, I'm not going to attribute any of these comments to people, but I'm just going to go over onto the Instagram page myself. This is the recent post that they made last night, and I'm going to go out there and read the comments. Seriously, heads should roll for not making the playoffs in the worst division in the NHL. Why didn't you start Logan Thompson? R.I.P. Golden Knights, time to start shopping for a new goalie. Lehner has to go. Bench Robin Lehner. Please never start Lehner again. We need a goalie. Hoping Lehner isn't in a Knights jersey next season. These are all comments that have tons of likes and replies of people agreeing with them. And this is kind of what I've been seeing. Lehner doesn't get the benefit of the doubt anymore. Not from the fans, not from the media, not from the coaches. This is what Peter DeBoer said after the game. This time of the year, you're looking for your guy to be better than the guy at the other end. And tonight, that wasn't the case. Now, why is everybody going out there and blaming Robin Lehner? Well, because the third goal that was scored by New Jersey was... Okay, look, it was a cool goal. It was nice seeing... Who was it? Jesper Boquist do what it was, dangle inside outside. He did the few windmills heading towards the net. But when he shot the puck and it went right by Robin Lehner, Lehner didn't even move. Like, he didn't even realize that a shot came and that the puck was behind him. It took him until everybody was stopped up and they were celebrating on the side for him to realize, oh, it's behind me. That was the goal that kind of had everybody freaking out in the game thread on Reddit, on social media. Everybody was like, oh my god, Lehner, come on, Lehner, Robin Lehner. And even the coach goes out there and says, yeah, our guy wasn't that good compared to the other guy, and we need our guy to be better. Like, come on, who thought the Golden Knights were going to be losing to New Jersey of all teams? Who thought the Golden Knights would be able to go out there and perform the way they did, where they only score one 5v5 goal against Andrew Hammond? This is the Jack Eichel curse, my friends. This is it. What is the point totals right now in the season? Jack Eichel and Alex Tuch both have the same amount of points pretty much since going over to their new teams, or the teams have new records ever since Eichel returned to the lineup, something like that. It's kind of weird, but long story short, even though Eichel has admittedly been playing pretty well, like I've seen the tape, I've seen the highlights and everything that Eichel has been doing, I've seen the shifts here and there, he has some really good handles, some good control in the offensive zone, his stride is just so powerful, which is why he's able to so calmly and casually just move around and control the play. He just doesn't have any finishers that are helping him out in that respect. And now, Jack Eichel, take a look at the overall playoff games profile he has. He's got 0 playoff games in his career ever since making his debut in 2015-16. The Vegas Golden Knights have a 16% chance, or what is it, 18% chance of making the playoffs now? That number could very realistically stay at 0 while playing for the Vegas Golden Knights under Peter DeBoer. Let's go back over onto Money Puck and review this. We talked about this in the previous video, but like, come on, this might not be seen by the same people over here. The Vegas Golden Knights currently have a 19.8% chance of making the playoffs if they win their next game in regulation. Who do the Golden Knights play next? They play the Washington Capitals. That's going to be tomorrow. Ovi and the Caps just defeated the Colorado Avalanche 9-game win streak, so that's going to be a pretty tough game if I do say so myself. And if the Vegas Golden Knights win tomorrow's game against Washington, their playoff odds go up to 28%. If they lose against Washington, which is probably more likely than not, since Washington has been hot as of late and Vegas just lost to Andrew Hammond, their playoff odds go to 7% if they lose in regulation, 17.2% if they lose in OT. So they really need a point. Plus, you have the Vancouver Canucks that are playing today, and the Canucks, I mean, they're playing a weak Ottawa Senators team. You could say the Canucks are playing on a back-to-back, but the Sens are as well. So for the Vegas Golden Knights, not only do they need to start winning games and actually get things going the right way, they need to just thank their lucky stars if Vancouver ends up losing any of the next 6 games that the Canucks have, because, yeah, the Canucks, as we said yesterday, or not yesterday, but today, the Canucks can win every single game and guarantee themselves a playoff spot. LA and Vegas don't have that luxury. They need Vancouver to lose. So, yeah, Vegas Golden Knights fans, eh? Does it really hurt? Does it hurt? I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh, you're not a real hockey fan until you experience pain. And a lot of Golden Knights fans that just got into the sport like 4 years ago, yeah, you guys made it to the finals, you guys made it to the 3rd round, you guys made it to the 3rd round, you guys lost in the 1st round to San Jose against Peter DeBoer, so that's cool, but like, aside from that, there is no real pain from being a Golden Knights fan just yet, because you haven't missed the playoffs as much as some of these other teams have. I get it. I don't want to be the guy that says, oh, you can't feel depressed about your situation because other kids in Africa don't have homes. Like, it's not really too applicable to disregard other people's negative experiences and emotions based off of how other people have had it worse. But for Vegas, saying things like, oh, nobody understands the pain of being a Golden Knights fan. I get it. This tweet could have been satirical, but still, there are some people that were going out there and saying, oh, yeah, oh, man, it sucks being a Golden Knights fan. Ay. Dom, man. Dom's got it right. What's happening to Vegas this season is objectively extremely funny. And it's not just because it is Vegas. It's because the team, you know, they shelled out all these assets. They got Eichel, they got Stone, they got Pacioretty, they're doing all this stuff. They tried to trade Dadonov, but it didn't work. That didn't go for them. They weren't able to do what it is they wanted to do, and it screwed them financially speaking. You have the annoying Twitter account and the fans that can get somewhat brash, and so Vegas being at the 17-ish% odds that they're at right now, it's something that I think 31 NHL fan bases are cheering about. Like, even yesterday, you saw Devils fans and Canucks fans kind of like rejoicing together, saying, yes, let's go. Good job, Andrew Hammond. Let's go, Hamburglar, stealing things away from the Las Vegas Strip. It's just kind of funny how the entire NHL fan base and community is uniting in this, because I haven't seen a team get this, like, universally hated as much as, like, what is it, like, the 2011-ish Canucks? Okay, no, maybe not that bad. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments all your thoughts about the Vegas Golden Knights and the way they've been playing as of late. I hope you enjoyed this video, Rosén, and bye.